Hello everyone, this is Atul Mishra, lecturer in Mechanical Department of Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. Today we are studying automobile engineering subject. In this subject we have completed our two chapters, that is first and second. The first one was Introduction to Automobile and the second one was Automobile Transmission System. Okay, in that we have seen about the introduction, what is automobile, classification of automobile, then different layouts of automobile. Then in transmission system we have seen different components involved in transmission of power. Okay, in that we have seen different types of clutch, working principle of clutch, different types of gearbox in manual transmission, then in automatic transmission, then we have seen semi-automatic transmission. Then further we have moved and we have seen flywheel, fluid flywheel, then overdrive, then final drive. Okay, so these components we have seen in our previous chapter. So moving ahead to the next chapter, that is automobile control system. Okay, so when the vehicle is moving, so controlling on automobile is very important. So what are the, how we can control our vehicle, or you can say automobile? So controlling will be there like a braking system. With the help of that we can control the, you can say, speed. Okay, for speed controlling we have accelerator, we have brakes. Okay, after that for directional controlling we have a steering system. Okay, for directional control. So in the controlling system, what type of components are going to be involved and how their function, uh, about that this chapter is. So we are going to see that. So what are the points we are going to discuss in this video is function of braking, requirement of braking, types of braking system, principle of braking, basic terms related to braking. Okay, now the function of brake. So the braking is always, as the name itself indicates, it is going to stop, or you can say hold. The function of vehicle brake system is to stop or slow down the moving vehicle, or prevent it from moving when it is in stationary position. Okay, so here the three main important function of brake is there. The one is to slow down the speed, the second one is to completely stop the vehicle. Okay, and the third one is to maintain, or you can say prevent the moving from stationary position, that is parking brake. While parking it should not move. Okay, so that's why we required brake. Means when it is operational, so for the deceleration, okay, for the complete stopping, and to hold it when it is in parking. Okay, all the braking system use the force of friction for their operation. Okay, so basic principle of working is the friction. On the frictional force only the brake work. Friction opposes the relative motion of the bodies that are in contact with each other. Okay, it always act opposite to the force of motion. When you use energy to overcome the friction, it creates heat, so that the components such as brake liners, pad, drum, and disc get heated while in operation. Okay, we always know, we know that when the two surfaces, or you can say the surfaces of two different bodies are in contact, then there will be frictional force in between them, and they are going to be in opposite direction of the relative motion of that bodies. And while friction, there will be some amount of heat is going to be generated. Okay, that heat is going to affect the process of braking, and it is going to affect the parts which are going to be involved in the braking system. That parts are brake liner, pad, drum, and disc. Okay, now why the brake is required? Okay, to help controlling the speed of vehicle and is to stop it when and wherever you need to hold the vehicle in place without the presence of a driver after it is brought to a complete stop. Now the types of braking system in automobile. Okay, by the application, when we talk about the application, then it is going to be classified as foot brake, hand brake. Okay, name itself indicate the foot brake is going to be applied by the leg only, and hand brake is going to be applied by the hands. Then by the method of power, which kind of power we are going to utilize while braking. So mechanical brakes, hydraulic brakes, vacuum brake, electrical brake, and air brake. Okay, by the use of power, we are classifying it to 5 parts, 5 different types. Means we are going to utilize 5 different kind of powers for the operation of brakes. So accordingly, they are classified as mechanical, hydraulic, vacuum, electrical, and air brake. Then next one is by the method of operation, how it is going to be operated. So when it is operated manually, then it is going to be as a manual brake, servo brake, power brake. Okay. Then next one is by the construction, which kind of construction is there in the brake. Then there will be two types. Then first one is drum type brake, and next one is disc type. Okay, so this is how we classify on 4 bases: by application, foot and hand brake; by the method of power, mechanical brake, hydraulic brake, vacuum brake, electrical brake, and air brake; by the method of operation, manual brake, servo brake, power brake; by the construction, drum type and disc type brake. Okay. Now principle of braking. Principle of braking, as we have discussed earlier, is operate on the friction. Brake works on the principle of friction. When moving elements is brought into contact with stationary element, the motion of the moving element is affected. This is due to the frictional force, which act in opposite direction of the motion and convert the kinetic energy into heat energy. That's why heat is going to be produced while braking. Okay. Now, what are the components? With the help of this diagram, we can understand the frictional forces of